Star Wars fans launch billboard campaign to save the hunt for Ben Solo. No one's ever really gone. The more and more Star Wars make this relevant, no one's ever really gone. It just proves to me how much these people do not understand Star Wars. Now, when they always say no one's ever really gone, either they can come back to life or become a Force ghost, that is completely irrelevant. We've been seeing it time and time again, if you're a Star Wars fan, in recent projects, that people don't die. Which makes as well certain deaths completely irrelevant, especially being the death of Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars Episode 1. And I'm really fed up with hearing about this. And I think a lot of true Star Wars fans, even in the title, fans launch billboard. Who are these fans? Okay, that's my number one question. My number two question, who out there thinks that Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, is a fucking good character? Can someone please tell me, what qualities does Ben Solo have that make him a good character? He shapeshifted from the seventh, episode 7, 8, and 9. Each film shifted his intentions, his beliefs, his motivations, everything. Plus, he studied at Luke Skywalker's academy, but can't defeat Rey, who has had no training. So Variety writes, after discovering that a potential Star Wars project titled The Hunt for Ben Solo was shelved back in 2021, fans are rallying for Disney to consider the decision with a new billboard in New York City. Oh, isn't that strange? In New York City, especially after all the No Kings protests that also took place, especially in New York. Isn't that weird? Days after Star Wars fans paid for a plane to fly over a banner reading, "Save the Hunt for Ben Solo." This was in Burbank, California. Collider reported that a billboard popped up at 1500 Broadway between 43rd and 44th. Above Carlos Bake's shop, the sign read, "For Adam, no one's ever really gone. Hope lives. Ben is alive. #THBS. So the whole point of storytelling, in my opinion, is that a character has a beginning, a middle, and an end. I don't think this is rocket science to anyone listening. So to bring back Ben, regardless of what we think about the character, his life, spoiler alert, ended in The Rise of Skywalker. Recent interview with AP, Adam Driver spoke about the development process for The Hunt for Ben Solo. And working with director Steven Soderbergh, the film would follow Ben Solo on a quest for redemption shortly after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. The screenplay was edited by Soderbergh and Logan Lucky, screenwriter Rebecca Blunt, later bringing on Scott Z Burns to pin the script. I always was interested in doing another Star Wars, said Driver. I'd been talking about doing another one since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy had reached out. I always said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I love that character, love playing him. I'm sure your house as well loved the check, which came in the post. It was called The Hunt for Ben Solo, and it was really cool. But it is no more, so I can finally talk about it. Again, this is going off The Rise of Skywalker. Who would want this? Seriously. Which true Star Wars fan would want this? Well, we would love it just so we can take the piss out of it. During the interview, Driver revealed how the script was received and how the project was shut down. We presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved the idea. They totally understood our anger and why we were doing it, Driver said. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Berkman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that. Even if in The Rise of Palpatine came back. Okay. Soderbergh commented on Driver's reveal on his Blue Sky account. Soderbergh's on Blue Sky. If you guys don't know what is Blue Sky, check it out. confirming the existence of the project. For the record, I did not enjoy lying about the existence of the hunt for Ben Solo, but it really did need to remain a secret. Until now. I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I did Zottenberg. I'm just sorry if the fans won't get to see it. Zuckerberg, if you don't... Zodenberg. Zodenberg is there's also the director of Curious Case Benjamin Button, Ocean's 11. He's a really good director, actually. So this is another big one, apart from as well David Fincher that we learned. But this has taken rise, and seriously, in the fan base, no one really understands why. Because this is not a character that people like. Now, the concept was interesting in The Force Awakens. But of course, Disney do what they do best. They ruin the character. They got 3 different people in the beginning to create a trilogy without a plan. Eventually, Colin Trevorrow, director of Jurassic World, was fired. So J.J. Abrams had to come back for episode 9, and that is the worst of the worst in this trilogy. So why would you make a film based on that? And this has been over a week, and it's still catching strays. It's unbelievable. Don't know what you guys think. Let me know.